Hello everyone, it's Daily Space Observations, and this just in, the largest comet ever discovered has recently entered our solar system. Let's get into it. For this episode of Space News, I'm going to be reading this article off of the mobile app Sky Guide, which you can download on your iPhone, not sure about Android. Enormous Oort cloud comet found. The largest comet ever discovered emerges from the frigid outer solar system. Using data from the Dark Energy Survey, astronomers have identified a most unusual object originating from the very edge of the solar system. The faint cosmic visitor dubbed C2014 UN 271 is currently approaching the Sun and will soon pass near Saturn's orbit before flinging itself back out to the very limits of our star's influence in space. This icy nomad represents a unique opportunity for astronomers to study an Oort cloud object, a relic from our solar system's formation. The Dark Energy Survey, DES, was a colossal observing project that surveyed 1/4 of the southern sky multiple times to help astronomers understand dark energy, a mysterious form of energy accelerating the expansion of the universe. The survey mapped hundreds of millions of galaxies through thousands of supernovae and even patterns in the cosmic structure over 6 years beginning in 2013. Although not designed for the task, the Dark Energy Survey's repetitive nature and highly sensitive 570 megapixel wide-angle camera, that's a lot of megapixels, made it perfect for discovering faint trans-Neptunian objects. TNOs are minor bodies that orbit the Sun beyond the orbit of Neptune. They vary greatly in size, from dwarf planet Pluto at 240 kilometers across to irregular rock and ice lumps no more than 100 kilometers in diameter. Many TNOs are interesting objects in their own right, but as a population they are intriguing because they are often the origin of comets and represent material left over from the solar system's formation. Discovering TNOs, particularly ones heading towards the Sun on their orbits, is a high priority for astronomers, but is a difficult task. These objects are extraordinarily faint and move slow across the sky because they are small and extremely distant. However, extensive surveys like the DES are perfect for serendipitously discovering them. Astronomers play a very complex game of spot the difference by comparing images of the same patch of the sky taken weeks or months apart. Once researchers discover a moving object, they can trace it through years of images and construct an orbit. In a mammoth search campaign led by Pedro Bernardinelli and Gary Bernstein of the University of Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, astronomers have discovered over 800 TNOs in the DES. Bernardinelli, God, I hope they don't say his name often. Okay, I'm gonna skip it. Bernstein and colleagues spent an astonishing 20 million computing hours searching through 80,000 images to find these previously unknown members of the solar system's outer reaches. The most intriguing of them is the recently announced C2014 UN 271, named so because it first appeared in DES images from 2014. Based on over 30 observations spanning the 6-year DES campaign, Bernardinelli, I think I got it right, Bernstein and colleagues initially calculated a truly mind-boggling orbital period for C2014 UN 271 of over 600,000 years. Damn, that's crazy. Placing it on a highly eccentric orbital path that sees it swing almost out of the solar system entirely. Bernardinelli, yep, that's definitely right, and Bernstein's early calculations show that this object originates from deep within the Oort cloud, a group of icy planetesimals surrounding the Sun. The inner edge of the Oort cloud begins between 2,000 and 5,000 astronomical units from the Sun, and it may extend up to 100,000 astronomical units away. In case you don't know what an astronomical unit is, 1 astronomical unit is the distance between the Earth and the Sun. So yeah, 100,000 of those are pretty damn long. Almost 1/3 the distance to Proxima Centauri, the nearest star to the Sun. Although the Oort cloud is the origin of all long-period comets, with orbits taking over 200 years, C2014 UN-271's unusually elongated path sees it stray so far from the Sun that the gravitational pull of other stars, or even tidal gravitational forces from our galaxy, could easily modify its orbit. By assuming C2014 UN-271 is made of similar materials to other icy Oort cloud objects, astronomers have estimated it to be about 160 kilometers across, based on the amount of sunlight it is reflecting. Yeah, so 160 kilometers is huge for a comet. In comparison, Halley's Comet, I'm sure you know what that is, that's only about 11 kilometers across. So yeah, you get an idea. This makes C2014 UN-71 the biggest Oort cloud object ever discovered. In comparison, Comet Hale-Bopp was around 60 kilometers across, and the comet of 1729 may have been up to 100 kilometers across, but it was too distant for contemporary astronomers to measure its diameter accurately. Of course, this estimate is currently preliminary because the icy nomad is exceptionally faint, magnitude 21.2, so it is difficult to measure its characteristics accurately. If C2014 UN-271 is more reflective than initially thought, it will be smaller, and if the object is darker, then C2014 UN-271 will be bigger. Shortly after this comic visitor's discovery was announced, other astronomers began to question if it was showing any cometary activity, particularly since it undoubtedly originates from the Oort cloud. Currently, C2014 UN-271 is around 20.2 astronomical units, or 3 billion kilometers, away from the Sun, just sitting outside Uranus's orbit, having moved across 9 astronomical units, 1.3 billion kilometers, towards the Sun since its October 2014 discovery images. Although it is rare for comets to show activity so far from the Sun, it is not implausible. At these distances, carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide gases can sublimate to form gas, giving the object the classy fuzzy appearance of a comet. On June 22nd, 2021, 2 independent teams of astronomers reported evidence of a faint glow around the object, the telltale sign of a comet. 2 days later, the International Astronomical Union Minor Planet Center officially designated C2014 UN-271 a comet, naming it Bernardinelli-Bernstein after its discoverers. There is a little more to the article before it ends, but it doesn't explain too much about the comet's current situation. So I thought I'd end it off here for duration purposes, because this video is probably already really long. But anyways, that is pretty cool. I've never heard of a comet so far away from the Sun that its orbit is being influenced by other stars and even the galaxy. That's insane. Maybe there are other comets like that, I don't know. If you do know, you can comment down below. But anyways, yeah, that's about all I have to say. It's a pretty crazy discovery. 160 kilometers, although it is an estimation, is still really big for a comet. And yeah, so I'm gonna end it off here. I hope you enjoyed this article, and I'll see you later. Peace out.